Hey legends, this is Magnus. How you doing? In this video, I'm reacting to a video called 1.5 million dislikes from the Dave Cullen show. This is honestly I think my first time ever seeing this YouTuber, and I'm just checking it out. Of course, this is in regards to the live action Little Mermaid. So let's check this out. Please comment, like, subscribe, share the video. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for 81 subscribers. I hope to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year.
I don't think there's any denying that certain mainstream media outlets run defense for Hollywood studios, especially when the studio in question has produced a product that audiences respond negatively to, and especially if the negative reception is to do with how unhappy audiences are because the film or television show contains some kind of woke or diversity agenda, even if it's just in the casting choices. However, there's definitely an increasing awareness by audiences as to the dishonesty and bias of mainstream media apologists for unpopular productions. You know, film and TV shows that are being produced purely to cash in on the popularity of an intellectual property or because the property is being used as a vehicle to push a political message. This is why for several years now, critic scores on review websites have been unashamedly higher when compared to audience scores, and therefore completely useless in helping any impartial observer determine whether a film or television show is actually worth watching. Once
Okay, so let me just look briefly at some of these. I absolutely understand people's distaste for the Last Jedi. I liked it personally, but I definitely see why some people don't like it. Lord of the Rings, haven't seen it. Batwoman, haven't seen it.
scores, and therefore
Captain Marvel, I like this movie, honestly. Um, is it the best? Is it the absolute best Marvel has made? No, but is it terrible? To me, no. So,
completely useless in helping any
haven't seen
impartial
this.
observer determine whether a film or television show is actually worth
Haven't seen this.
watching. Once upon a
Really like She-Hulk. Okay, really like She-Hulk. Probably maybe in my top five Marvel shows.
time not so long ago, what qualified as a critically acclaimed piece of cinematic or television entertainment was its ability to actually entertain through its engaging storyline, interesting characters, and depending on the genre, its humor, action, or compelling and thought provoking themes. Nowadays, everything that once determined if a production was groundbreaking, great, good, or just worth watching has been completely jettisoned. The universal metrics that film critics previously relied on to judge a film or TV series as being good or bad no longer apply. The core component now is whether it contains some element of current year identity politics that's endorsed by the mainstream establishment and championed by globalist corporations. The actual quality of the writing, direction, acting, and overall originality of the work is now largely irrelevant, it seems. As a result, we must therefore logically conclude that there is an ideological and political alignment between some mainstream critics and corporate Hollywood, and the defense of these productions by these same critics is purely propagandistic in nature. And this is especially evidenced when those audience members who complain about these productions are then vilified in the media as some kind of ist or phobe. Now, I wasn't aware that there's actually a plug-in that lets you restore visibility of the dislike button on YouTube,
The
and this has
extensions.
been most useful in observing the backlash that the trailer for the new Little Mermaid film has received on YouTube. At the time of making this video, the trailer has 11,849,640 views, and it has amassed 496,000 likes, but 1.5 million dislikes. And most of the comments, by the way, are just hilariously sarcastic. I really recommend that you check out the comment section. It'll give you a good chuckle. I can't remember the last time an upcoming big budget Hollywood production received that kind of audience backlash. That's a lot. There's over 1 million dislikes on this video, but in my opinion, this negative reception, as large as it is, probably won't count for very much. We're living in a time when a person can be cancelled and or fired from a job because just a few triggered snowflakes on social media complained to the person's employer about something problematic they posted online. So,
Yeah.
corporations are willing to listen to a small baying mob if that corporation shares the same views as said baying mob. But when audiences, in their hundreds of thousands, show how much they dislike a film or television show because it's lazy, unimaginative, derivative, or it's woke, or maybe panders to a diverse casting agenda, these legitimate criticisms will be either ignored or misrepresented or hand waved away as trolling or review bombing or some kind of intolerance. And then Hollywood continues to produce these kinds of productions, regardless as to the fact that it's clear audiences don't want them. Rather than creating entirely new fictional black characters as lead characters in Hollywood movies, we are continuing to see previously white characters being race swapped in the name of addressing systematic and historic underrepresentation or something. However, we all know that the race swapping only ever goes in one direction. It's also tiresome, lazy, predictable, and ultimately, this pandering to so called inclusion and diversity is in fact racism by itself. Black people don't want it, white people don't want it, and art itself ultimately suffers. Now, that's not to say that the criticisms of this new live action Little Mermaid are purely because of the race swapping. The criticisms were also levelled at the blandness of the look and feel of the film, how the visuals weren't aesthetically pleasing or interesting, and also how it just feels like Disney is cashing in on past successes, in particular the classic animated era of the 1990s, a bygone era from Disney's wonderful past. I don't think anybody is actually expecting Disney to improve upon the original Ariel and The Little Mermaid, but also audience reaction makes it pretty clear. There isn't much appetite for this film, but those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And if you'd like to support my work, you can do so via the subscribe star link in the description box. Alternatively, you can also pick up a How Is This a Thing mug from the mug store, and there are lots of different designs to choose from. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Understandable. I'm personally I plan on seeing the Little Mermaid whenever it comes out. I honestly do. I want to see how they go about it. Because once again, as I stated in a previous video, I personally like the live action remakes as they've come out. I haven't had a problem with any of them. Um, uh, Likely you've seen the video. Sorry for the no audio in that one with Abin Preach, and I am sorry to redheads and gingers for how how many times like redhead characters have been replaced by black people. And I'm sorry about that because I didn't know how bad or big it was until I really thought about it. So once again, at least with and I've said it. I said it in my um trailer reaction. I'll say it here to make it fair. If they do a live action Princess and the Frog, either make Charlotte the main character or make Tiana white. That's my personal that's my personal take. And if y'all want to call me racist, go on it. Y'all want to call me racist or whatever, go on ahead. Because if Ariel's gonna be race swapped, It's only fair that the black people get a taste of their own medicine and have Tiana either be white or have Charlotte be the main character. That's how I personally feel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Do you agree with what? Do you agree with man? I forgot his name. Dave Cullen. Do you agree with what he's saying? Do you plan on seeing the Little Mermaid at all? Well, please let me know down in the comments. Please comment, like, subscribe, share this video. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.